Oh boy, you got one of those old Plymouths.
Yeah, I bought that when I bought the. I bought 3 cars from this girl. She was getting divorced.
Yeah. I sold one of these and sure did regret it. And there's your Rambler. You're not falling down there, are you?
Nope.
You let me know if I need to catch you or anything.
See the Magnum right there? The RT Magnum? I bought my wife one, the same color, interior, everything, but it had a V6 in it.
Uh-huh.
It had a high performance V6 in it. And that one there had the 5.7 Hemi in it. So there's the engine that's coming out of this. See the Whipple supercharger? The engine's coming out of this one and going into the 64 Ford Fairlane I got in here.
Okay.
Yeah, that little car right there is in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it looks smaller than mine, probably because of the big fat tires on the back for some reason, but yeah. You asked me if I had the side chrome. I've got the points, but I don't have the pieces that run down the side. And I don't know, you know, I had them when they went to my boy, and I don't know what happened to them, but I thought they were going to be stuffed up in the fenders, but they're not.
This car came with a lot of parts. It came with 2 engines.
It's Chevy powered, right?
Yeah. It was.
There's a lot of Rambler people that get mad at you if you don't have a Rambler motor in one of them. I mean, you go to a car show, they run up and they look under the hood and they look at you like you just kidnapped their child or something, and then they run off.
So far, I found kids in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
And one in the 60s. Didn't know what that car was.
Right. No, yeah, they don't.
Never heard of a
A
Rambler.
lot of people think it's a Chevy too.
Yeah.
And it's got that look from the back. I think it looks like a Valiant in the front, you know. I'm just always glad to see there's one still on the road.
That little Mustang there is one I was building for my grandson.
Yeah?
And that little car there, that's a horse. It's got a motor and 6 speed in it. That car right there, flat.
This one?
Yeah. Need a container. Yeah. Got a bed on the film. I had another guy come and do it. He had to get $500 more to paint it than Ben's buddy. I said, all right, let him paint it. I wish I'd have spent the other $500. Because now I got to sand it all down and throw $500 worth of paint away. This little car here is a horse. But they're all, that one there, are you familiar with the Chrysler
Yeah.
318s?
Yeah.
The size of them?
Yeah.
Well, that's what this car's got in it.
It's got the old 318 with the big flat block, big flat manifold block and all that. I think they call that a poly, right? Yep.
This thing's 4 inches wider than a regular 318 Chrysler.
Is it?
And in the magazines I got, I finally found it. It's called a semi-Hemi.
Semi-Hemi. Huh. And it is a 318.
318. Now they used to drag race this car.
Yeah. I think they came from the factory with this stuff on it. There's so much space every time you look at and there'll be something up on top of there.
But it's called a semi-Hemi.
Semi-Hemi.
Because a regular 318 is about as wide as this is right here.
Yeah.
It's got about another 4 to 6 inches width on it.
Ain't that something? Huh.
And this car still, it's got the old typewriter drive in the dash.
Yep. Yeah, I sold a 61 Chrysler before I moved out of Maine. And it had the 318 in it, but not the big one. Not this, just the regular 318.
But what's the chances of finding a manifold for that thing?
I don't think there's much of a chance. It might be why they still running the 2-barrel on it. But even with that 2-barrel, she'll outrun just about anything. I mean,
Yeah.
we used to circle track race them with 2 barrels on them. We had to run 2 barrels. You'd be surprised how much power you can get out of something like that.
I had a guy wanting to buy this thing, but I guess he's not going to buy it.
Yeah.
I got a brand new gas tank for it,
Yeah.
and a couple other things. There's a couple new lenses in the car. A friend of mine, I told you, had owned that Corvair.
Yeah.
I went with him when he bought that truck brand new.
Yeah.
It's a 302 with a 4-speed in it, factory.
Wow.
And he didn't want no windows around it because he had a motorcycle. He had a
Yeah.
900 and some cubic inch, 900 and some cc Kawasaki 4-cylinder.
Right.
And he went to rebuild the motor one time and he couldn't rebuild it because nobody had a parts listing on it.
Really.
And he looked and he looked and he started going all the way around and finally got a hold of somebody up north someplace. He said, well, I got some of the old catalogs. Give me the ID number on it. So Rick gave him the ID number. He says, you just so happen to have one of the specialty racing engines from Kawasaki that was never sold to the public over the counter.
Wow.
And that's what was in that motorcycle.
That was a huge deal. I graduated in 71, and that's about the time they came out, about 70, 71, about in there. Man, those things were screaming
They
fast.
were rockets, weren't they?
They were fast.
The motor was about that wide.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
He
'em.
bought that van down by Lawrenceville.
Yeah.
And then
I like the fat tires on the back of that van.
my son did that. He pro-striated it
Yeah.
and put those side pipes on it,
Yeah.
put a new clutch, and rebuilt the top end in the thing.
Yeah.
So the van runs good.
I bet it does. Yeah. That's real nice.
It's all there. It's got there. Well, you didn't look at this one. You know what that is?
It's a GTO.
Yeah. That's a Holden car made in Australia with Corvette running gear in it.
Really?
That's where the GTOs come. 2004,
Yeah.
5 and 6.
Wow.
This is 355 horse. The 5 and 6 are 405 horse.
Wow.